Hello everyone, let's master trigonometry chapter together. First of all, we need to know how many technique sets that we need to master in this chapter of trigonometry. First, you need to know trigonometric graph, how to sketch a trigonometric graph. And second, if I give you a graph, are you able to tell me what is the equation of this graph? Second technique, you need to be able to prove or show this trigo equation equals to another trigo equation that is given. So it involves some trigonometric relationships. Last, we need to solve the unknown in the trigonometry. So we'll go one by one and master them together. First part, we'll learn how to draw three basic graphs: sine x, cos x, and tangent x. Sine shape is look like this. It looks like S, not very like S, but almost like S. How about this cos? Cos is like this. Cos is exactly the same as C. For tangent, it's always special. Tangent have two parts, asymptote. Asymptote means that your graph will be very, very, very close to this line, but will never able to touch it. So we'll go in more details for tangent graph later. After you see this graph, it's time for you to draw yourself. You can do it. After we know the shape of sine graph and cos graph, the technique that I always use is your x-axis have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4x coordinate and y coordinate here have 2, 1, 2. Still remember just now the sine graph is actually turn up, turn down. So that's why we start from middle, go up, go down, down, go back up. So it's this shape. It's exactly the same as just now our sine. Yay. Next, you need to know for this complete cycle for sine, it actually takes 360 degrees to complete this up-down cycle. So the period for sine is 360. So the middle is 180. So 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. Then how about the y-axis? Y-axis is just 1 and minus 1. You can do it. Cos also the same. Start from x-axis. How many points we do first? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then y-axis we have 1, 2. We draw is a C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The period is also 360 degrees. Therefore, tangent graph, we also write 1, 2, 3, 4. Two line is alternate, alternate. And then here is 360. Tangent graph is very special. We start from middle, 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 middle. So asymptote is the line that we will very close, but we will never able to touch it. And your tangent graph always go up, always go up. So from this point, we will slowly closer to your asymptote. So it looks like. And then from here, we need to go up to this point. So we have to start from here. And then from very, very close to this asymptote, slowly go further, further, further until here. And then from here, again, it continue to go up. Then it repeat again. So this is how you draw tangent graph. The special thing for tangent is, first, we do not plot the y point because y point here actually showing what is the maximum value and minimum value for sine and cos. But for tangent graph, the maximum is infinity. Smallest point also negative infinity. So it's not that important to tell me what is this value. So y, no need. One more thing about tangent, the period is also special. Period means one complete cycle. Tangent graph is go up from middle, boom, half of it. You go down until the middle. Okay, this is already a complete cycle. So period for tangent, instead of 360, it's only 180. So after we learn the basic shape of sine, cos, tangent, they will give you three changes. How can it affect the trigonometric graph? So let's see. First changes you need to know is about the amplitude changes. If anything in front of your sine, cos, or tangent, this will cause an amplitude change. So these 2, 3, 9 represent the amplitude change. Since this question only amplitude change, so the period is still 360. After that, amplitude change. Amplitude means your graph from middle go up or from middle go down, it's 2 now. So it will be 2 going up, 2 going down. So this is your y equals to 2 sine. How about y equals to 3 cos x? Period not changes, so still 360 degree. Amplitude change, so from middle of the graph go up by 3 steps. Middle of the graph go down by 3, so it's minus 3. Last, we have a look on the tangent graph. The amplitude change, which means the maximum will change, but maximum initially is infinity. So infinity times 9 is still infinity. How about minus infinity, the minimum initially? After times 9, still minus infinity. So the amplitude pattern won't affect. So that's why you do not need to show any changes on your y. If the question only asks you to sketch, so no need to show any y. But of course, when you go to the further level, the question asks you to show the difference. Can you show the difference? Okay, so if amplitude change, it will cause the steepness steeper. It will be steeper. Same go to this, all will become steeper. But if they ask you to just sketch in IGCSE, they just ask you to sketch, then the shape is just like this. So we have completed amplitude changes. MX is very easy, right? Second changes that MX student need to know is the period changes. So when can you confirm period is changing? When this part. After your sine cos tangent, thing that belongs to your sine cos tangent, I usually say this is the baby of your trigo. If this thing is not only x, it's any other value, let's say half x, 2x, 3x, then it will cause period change. Identify this period change, period change, period change. If period change, instead of this part 360, it will become this thing equals to 360. And then we get back what is the value of x. X is 120, which means one complete cycle will become 120 degrees. Since this change, half of it is 60, and then here is 30, here is 90. And then in front of your sine cos tangent, refer to amplitude. If nothing here, it remains 1 and minus 1. Next, we go to the y equals to cos 2x. So again, period change. Now the period is 2x. So we count what is the period. 2x equals to 360. So we form it back to x is 180. So this part is 180. Half of it is 90. And then 45, 135. And then if amplitude no change, it's still 1 and minus 1. So this is y equals to cos 2x. We go to tangent. The period changed to 0.5x, so we count based on tangent. Tangent is 180, which is here initially is 180. So now here become 360. So here will become 720. Here is 180. And then again, amplitude we do not need to show here. So this is how the period change cause your graph change. Easy, right? This is the second technique MS student must master. Third thing that they will change is they might cause the whole graph move up or down. How can we identify that? This part will tell you whether it moves up or down. If it's +1 means the whole graph moves up by 1. +2 means whole graph moves up by 2. -1 means whole graph moves down by 1. So y equals sine x +1, we do y equals sine x first. So the whole graph moves up by 1. So make sure all points move up. Initially, the first point is here, which is 0. Move up by 1 will go 1. Initially, this point is here. So move up by 1, it will become 2. 0 go up 1, 1. -1 go up 1, 0. 0 go up 1, 1. So this would be my final answer after +1. Next, we try y equals to 2 plus cos x. So we draw the cos x first. So the whole graph moves up 2. 1 move up 2 will become 3. 0 move up 2 will become 2. -1 move up 2 will become 1. 0 we move up 2 will become 2. 1 we move up 2 will become 3. So this is my final answer. Tangent, also as usual. So this whole graph moves down by 1. So initially, I start from 0, go up. So now I will start from -1, go up. Initially, I am from 0 here, also will go down. This 0 also will go down. So from here, -1, -1, go away. Here, 4, and here, I go to -1, just like that. So it's still period no change, 180. So until here, we already know and master how to do the 3 changes in trigonometry. After you master how to draw the sine, cos, tangent graph with 3 changes, we can proceed to IG's past year question and see whether you're able to do that. Before that, you need one more technique because sometimes IG's question asks you to draw in degree mode, but sometimes they will ask you to draw in radian mode. So you need to know how you change degree to radian. Okay, previously we know period for sine and cos is 360 degrees. Tangent is 180 degrees. How is this angle changed to radian? The thing that you need to know is 180 degree is always equals to pi radian. So after you know this, what is 360? We can use the relationship of maths thing. So if I don't know how many radian is this, don't know how many radian over pi equals to 360 degree, the pi is related 180 degree. So we know that this is, we simplify 2 pi. So this is 2 pi. Let's say the sine graph. Initially is, this is your sine graph. Initially is 360 degrees. If I convert to radian, how much is it? It is 2 pi. So if here is 2 pi, half of it is pi. Half of pi is half pi. Then half pi, 2 half pi, 3 half pi. 4 half pi is actually 2 pi. This is how we convert degree to radian. So ladies and gentlemen, we officially go to IG's past year question. There are 2 ways to do. If this paper is paper 1 that you cannot use calculator, you must use step-by-step method that I taught just now. First of all, this is a sine graph. First changes, amplitude change to 4. So here we change to 4, here -4. Second changes, period is not x, so we need to find what is the period. The new period is 120. But this question is not in degree mode, so we need to do the changes. 120 degree, I don't know is how many radian, but I confirm 180 degree is pi radian. 120 degree is 2 pi over 3. Half of it is 1 pi over 3. Half of pi over 3 is pi over 6. Pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6. So this is how we know the x cube. Last, the whole graph moves down by 2. From 0, I go down to -2. From 4, I go down to 2. 0 to -2. -4 go to -6. 0 go to -2. So my final graph is this. So after I confirm my final graph, only I extract my information to the answer sheet that they asked us to draw. The first point, x is 0. So x is 0 is here. So x is 0, my y coordinate is at -2. Second, when x is pi over 6, my y is 2. When x is pi over 3, my y is -2. So the positive part we have completed. They do not ask further to 2 pi over 3. Then we just stop here. We don't need to show them, oh, actually, I know what happened after this. No need, because they only want until pi over 3. So after done the positive part, we need to do the negative part. I haven't teach you before, but I will teach you now. So negative part, we will do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the negative part, we draw it below, and then the scale is exactly the same. Each box is pi over 6. The first box is minus pi over 6. One more box is minus 2 pi over 6. One more box is minus 3 pi over 6, minus 4 pi over 6. Copy this entire thing down. So this point is minus 2, so minus 2. The second point is minus 6, so minus 6. The third point go back to minus 2. The fourth point go to 2. Last point go to minus 2. So this is my negative part. Then we start to extract. So when x is 0, it's minus 2. Then when x is minus pi over 6, it's minus 6. So after minus pi over 6, we go to minus 2 pi over 6. This thing, if we simplify, is minus pi over 3 is exactly the same here. So it is minus 2. Then we join that. And congratulations, you scored 3 marks. Before we try one more question, still remember just now it says, if this thing happened in P1, you cannot use calculator, so you must do like that. But if calculator is allowed, any shortcut you can do, actually, yes. First position that requires for x is 0. So we substitute x is 0. We found that it's minus 2. Then we know here it's minus 2. Second point, x is pi over 6. So you get it is 2. So you get is minus 2 again. Then you can get the answer. Same go to the negative part. If you key in, you get, remember to key in the negative correctly. Yeah? If you key in the negative correctly, you should get the same answer also. So if you have calculator, then you can use calculator to assist. But of course, sometimes they want to prevent you to use calculator, so there are some tricks there. So you need to be extra careful. Maybe you need to confirm by key in pi over 12 and 3 pi over 12 to confirm the middle position. So if you use calculator, please be extra careful. But of course, this is much easier method. Let's try one more question that is without calculator. First changes, period change to 4. The period is not 2. The period is the thing in front of your sine, cos, tangent, so it's 4. So it becomes 4 and minus 4. Second, the period is 6x now. The period becomes 60 degree. So here is 30 degree. Here is 15 degree, 45 degree. Third changes, this graph moves up by 2. So 4 will become 6. 0 will become 2. Minus 4 become minus 2. 0 become 2. 4 becomes 6. So this is my final answer. Then I extract this info to the answer sheet there. X is 0, it is 6. 2, 4, 6. When it's 30, it is minus 2. Minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8. 30 is minus 2. 60 is 6. After we complete the first cycle, the question don't want us to stop. They want us to continue to do until 120. How? Just exactly the same. This graph repeat again. So after 30 degree, from 6, it will go down to minus 2. After another 30 degree, it go back to 6. So it just duplicate. Continue, repeated. Then we score 3 marks. Method 2, if you can use calculator, you just key in one by one, and then you should be able to get the answers also. We try one more tangent graph. Amplitude change won't affect because the maximum and minimum for this graph is infinity and negative infinity. After times 3 is still infinity. Second part, period change. Yes, period change. So theta over 2 equals to, okay, initially here is 180. So we see what happened after this. It will become 360 degree. It is 2 pi. So here is 2 pi, here is pi, here is 3 pi and 4 pi. At last, whole graph moved down by 3. Here I go to 3. Here minus 3. Here also go to -3, -3. Then we extract our info to the graph. So when x is 0, my y is -3. And then pi here is asymptote, so I go out. Then they request for the negative side also. So negative side, we just copy. From 0 to minus pi, we just copy from here. -3 go down. Congratulations, you get 3 marks. Of course, there are some situations that they force you to use calculator. We draw as usual for this graph. First changes become 4. Second changes is become 1080. Third changes, everything go up by 1. If we use this method to fit it in, when 0, it is 5. The second point, which is 1, is 270, which I don't have it here. So in this situation, we have no choice. We need to key in calculator. Then we complete this question. So this is the special case. The next thing is, if they give you the graph and you need to form your own equation, how to do? First step, you need to find the middle line for y. Okay, so we know that the maximum is 2, minimum is -4. Find the middle, -1. So -1 is the middle. So after we know where is the middle line, the C would be our middle line. So it's -1. After that, this middle line can assist you to find the amplitude also. From middle, go to the top is 3 steps. Amplitude showing you from middle, go to top or go to the bottom. 3 steps, so it's 3. And then how about Bx? We know that this x is one complete cycle of your graph. So we know that Bx is always 360 degrees, which is radian mode 2 pi. This question, they give you one complete cycle is pi. So we fit here pi. So you can confirm B is 2. So I just write down 3 cos 2x minus 1. Same technique for the next question. Maximum, minimum. We find the middle line, -2. So we can confirm this is -2. Second, we can find amplitude from -2 to -1, 0, 1, 2. 4 steps. So A is 4. How about B? B is a bit special. We know that Bx is always 360 degrees, but for this graph, I only know half of the graph is 480. So 1 is how much? One of it is 960 degrees. So B times 960 degrees, because this x represents the period for my graph. B is 3/8. So the final answer is 4 cos 3/8x minus 2. Complete and fully scored 3 marks. So thank you for this lesson. See you next time. Bye-bye.